Hey, good morning. Welcome to the JeepSolid Garage. So today I thought we would take the opportunity to go over parts of our clutch here. I'm working on my Project 92 YJ and I've got the engine out. Right now we have a great view of the clutch, all the internal workings, the master cylinder, the hydraulic lines, the throwout bearing, just all these parts. And if you're working on your clutch and you're replacing something, you're replacing the master cylinder or doing the clutch itself, I think it would be really good, really helpful for you guys to have just an internal view while I have the engine out of all these parts, so we're going to go over that.
Rattlesnakes! Don't drop it.
Stop! Actually had this for a... So let's start right down here at the very beginning. So we've got our clutch pedal there, up the lever of the clutch pedal, it's attached to a little pivot there, and there's a hydraulic right there that pushes on the master cylinder. Then we come through our firewall to our master cylinder right here. Then we have our hydraulic lines down to our slave cylinder. Now it's at this point where, depending on what year you have, 87 through 93, the clutch, slave cylinder, master cylinder system is different than on 94 and later models. On the 87 through 93, your master cylinder comes down in through the backside here, and your clutch control unit or slave cylinder is on the inside of the bell housing, where on 94 and later models, the slave cylinder is on the outside of the bell housing. Let's go look at my other Wrangler, my 94, to show you that real quick. And under the driver's side, right up here next to the transmission and bell housing, there is my slave cylinder. Now I want to show you guys how the throwout bearing, the clutch, the flywheel, the pressure plate, how all those things work together. But first, this thing is really dirty. There's a lot of oil and gunk in here, and this is actually a sign of a rear main oil seal leak. What happens is when your rear main oil seal leaks, it can kind of drip down onto the flywheel and it'll sling oil all around the inside of the bell housing here. So I want to clean that up real quick. So let's do that and then we'll carry on. Okay, there we go. Got a lot of oil and grease out of there. Might not look a lot better, but it really is. We're not going to be eating off this thing, but just wanted to get the majority of it out of there. So let's pick back up on the clutch pedal, which goes to your master cylinder, down those hydraulic lines, to your slave cylinder, which then pushes your throwout bearing here forward against the fingers on your diaphragm here. Let's go look at that. Alrighty, here's our diaphragm and pressure plate and our cover. So here's the fingers of the diaphragm. So when that throwout bearing comes forward, it puts pressure on these fingers right here. Now the fingers on this diaphragm, they actually look okay, but my clutch disc, this thing is just destroyed. So you can see here the rivets, it is just getting down really close to the clutch material. Some of it is almost all the way down to the level of the rivets. So this definitely needs to be replaced. And the really handy part, you can get an entire kit. They're not that expensive. It's only like $100 for a complete kit with the new clutch disc, pressure plate, cover, throwout bearing, everything you need to do a replacement. I'll link that in the description below for the the 93 and earlier models and 93 and later YJs. So check that out in the description below. So let's see how this fits on with that throwout bearing. Trying to do this one-handed, not easy. So this guy, so yeah, the throwout bearing there pushes up against those fingers when you push the clutch in. And when those fingers are pushed in, it releases the pressure off the clutch itself. When you let off the pedal, it relaxes that diaphragm and actually pushes it forward, engaging your clutch. So that guy goes on there like that. Then our clutch disc. And these guys are directional, so one of these sides, yep, right there. That guy says flywheel side, and that fits on right here. Now you'll notice the inside of it is splined right there. That fits on the splines right there. And now when you push your clutch down, it depresses that diaphragm, which actually releases this clutch plate, and that clutch plate can pull back away from your flywheel. And here's my flywheel. And it actually looks okay. I gotta clean it up a little bit. It's been sitting out in the garage, so it's dirty, got a little bit of rust on it, but you can have these resurfaced if need be. You need to look for any warpage, cracks, discoloration, anything that shows you signs of excessive heat. This one I actually think is okay. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit and should be good to go. But the rest of the clutch assembly I'm gonna have to replace. And our flywheel, ow, man, ouch. Ooh. It's sharp. The little teeth there that the starter grab onto, yeah, those are sharp. Be careful. And it's heavy. But anyways, our flywheel plate here, so this attaches to the backside of our engine. Right there. So that's the back of our crank where the flywheel attaches. So that's the internal workings of your clutch. I hope this helped you out. I hope it showed you some things you don't normally see on a vehicle, the inner workings of a clutch. So be sure to check out those links in the description below. If my videos helped you out, be sure to check out my Patreon page as well. So my next video is coming up right here. Let's go check that out. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.